I am often asked how old I was when it happened. I usually answer with a number, but the number does not explain much. I was a child. That is the part that matters. When you are a child, you do not understand danger the way adults do. You understand rules. You understand consequences. You understand when something is allowed and when it is not. You learn fear as a set of instructions. Before everything changed, my life was ordinary. I had parents. I had routines. I had a sense of where I belonged. I did not think about history. I did not think about politics. I did not think about hate. Those things belong to adults. What I remember first is not violence. It is confusion. Sudden changes that were never explained. Places we could no longer go. People who no longer spoke to us. Rules that appeared without warning. I asked questions. The answers were usually short. Don't say that. Don't look. And here. I learned very quickly that silence was safer than curiosity. When we were taken away, I did not understand why. I thought it was temporary. Children often believe that adults are in control, even when they are not. I watched my parents closely. Not for comfort. For information. I learned how to read fear on their faces. I learned when not to speak. I learned when to hold on and when to let go. There was no moment when someone explained what was happening. There was only movement. Storms. Orders. Waiting. Waiting was constant. Waiting to be told where to go. Waiting to be told when to stop. Waiting to be told what would happen next. At first, I thought this was how things worked now. That this was the new normal. Children adapt very quickly. You stop asking why. You start asking how. How to stand. How to move. How to stay unnoticed. I learned that being small could be useful. I learned that being quiet was essential. There were times when I was afraid, but I did not recognize the feeling as fear. It was simply awareness. Awareness of tone. Awareness of footsteps. Awareness of when something was wrong. Hunger was constant, but it did not feel dramatic. It felt expected. Cold was constant. So was exhaustion. These things did not feel exceptional. They felt routine. That is what frightens me now, looking back. Not that these things happened, but that a child could accept them so easily. I learned quickly that crying did not help. It attracted attention. I learned that questions were dangerous. They slowed things down. What mattered was moving when told to move. Stopping when told to stop. Adults around me looked different over time. Their faces became sharper. Their movements slower. I did not ask what was happening to them. I could see it. Sometimes people disappeared. No one explained why. I learned not to ask where they went. Understanding came later. Much later. At the time, disappearance was simply another rule. Sometimes my mother tried to protect me from seeing certain things. Sometimes she failed. Sometimes there was nowhere to look that did not show something terrible. But even then, I did not react the way people expect. I did not scream. I did not cry. I observed. Children observe because observation helps them survive. I remember standing in lines for long periods of time. I remember being told to stay still. Stillness was praised. Movement was dangerous. There were days when I felt older than my age. Not wiser, just older. I learned how to behave like someone who understood the consequences of mistakes. I learned how to watch adults carefully and copy what they did. Fear was not an emotion, it was a system. You learned the system or you suffered. I survived because I learned quickly. That is not something I say with pride. It is simply a fact. Others learned more slowly. Some never had the chance. At some point, I realized that the adults around me were afraid in ways I did not fully understand. That frightened me more than anything else. If the adults did not know what was happening, then no one did. There were moments of kindness. They were rare, but they mattered. A piece of bread passed quietly, a hand guiding me when I was too tired to move properly. A look that said, "Stay here." These moments did not change the system, but they reminded me that people still existed inside it. I did not think in terms of good and evil then. I thought in terms of safe, unsafe, predictable, and unpredictable. The most dangerous moments were the unpredictable ones. Changes in routine, sudden orders, unexpected movements. Those moments made everyone tense. I learned to watch the adults' shoulders. When they tightened, something was wrong. I did not know what death meant in the way adults do. I knew when someone was gone. I did not know what that meant forever. That understanding came later, after. When people ask me now how I survived, they often expect a story. A moment, a miracle, a decision. There was none. There was only adaptation. I did what the situation required of me. Children are good at that. The body remembers even when the mind does not fully understand. Certain sounds still make me alert. Certain silences still feel heavy. I do not think about it consciously. It is simply there. After it ended, people expected relief. They expected joy. I felt something else. Disorientation. The rules I had learned no longer applied. The habits that kept me alive were suddenly unnecessary. That was harder than people realize. Learning to live again took longer than surviving. Understanding what had happened. As an adult, I learned the words, the explanations, the numbers. I learned how many people did not survive. I learned what the system was designed to do. I learned that what I experienced was not accidental. That knowledge was heavy. As a child, I adapted. As an adult, I had to process. Sometimes people tell me I am strong. I do not feel strong. I feel experienced. I know how easily normal life can disappear. I know how quickly children can be forced to grow up. I know how systems can turn human beings into routines. When I speak now, I speak calmly. Not because it no longer hurts, but because clarity matters more than emotion. Emotion, facts remain. I want people to understand how it worked. Not just what happened. I want them to understand that children survived not because they were brave, but because they were adaptable. That is not heroism, that is instinct. I was too young to understand what was happening, but I understood enough to survive. That knowledge stayed with me. It always will.